Up? What's going on? I wanted to respond to the Pedro's video, his last video that he did about gig work not being shouldn't be a full-time job. I'm not a Pedro hater. I've just had disputes with him. It seems like I've always had something I disagree with. And the previous one was him constantly preaching that the gig work should just be a stepping stone onto something better and shouldn't be your full-time income. And when he was saying that he would say that in every other video, and I was kicking ass doing $2,000 a week, and it kind of like turned me off of his channel. I didn't want to watch as much because he was like just talking down on doing gig work. But he might be right because of the situation. Like it looks like I would definitely not recommend someone quitting their regular job to go to do gig work full time. And because of the situation with the scammers and the bots, and all these apps are saying they're not hiring now. I've discovered, like, trying to get on to different new stuff that I haven't tried is they're all telling me no. So that's, in my opinion, that's because they're full of the fraudulent accounts. Having the scammers are doing all the orders for them. But anyway, if you haven't seen that video, check it out. Pedro is kind of like gloating a little bit about how he was right, and he might have a point, but my new disagreement with him is him claiming that there's no issue with the immigrants or newcomers or scammers or bots or whatever doesn't offend you, whatever you want to call them. That's my newest issue with Pedro, is that he's downplaying that it's even a problem. And he did a video where he said that it's not an issue, and that it's been and this immigration problem or issue has been a thing since the United States existed. And he was naming off, if you watch that video again, he was naming off a bunch of countries, just mentioning other countries of people that come over, and not a single one was a border country. It was all not connected to the U.S. Like, he named off like 4 or 5 countries, and there not a single one was a South American country. So I thought that was interesting, that he almost like he's intentionally not mentioning the actual issue, the problem that's actually happening. So thanks for tuning in, Bigfoot. You got the notifications on? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm doing this video, is to acknowledge the Pedro video. And Pedro's like, he's a legit fucking relevant gig tuber, but I'm annoyed that he doesn't have to do gig work. He doesn't need it. So it just irks me, because I have to do gig work for a living. So I'm doing the YouTube channel and videos on needing to survive off gig work, and he's just doing it for a hobby. Like, the gig work is just I guess he has to do some to talk about it, but he's not a total fucking fraud like Paid to Drive. He does gig work, and he's been doing he's why I tried to get on Curry. I watched some of his Curry videos, and that gave me the idea to try and get on Curry and see if I was not going to do it, because I thought it was and it is mainly a larger, you need a truck, but I saw that he had some did some deliveries that were could do in a car. So his content is relevant. I'm still subscribed to him. I'm not a Pedro hater. I just seem to always have a disagreement with him. So, but he did the video. He wasn't really slamming me, talking too much shit. He just wanted, you know, to mention that he was right about gig work not being sustainable. And he's still, you know, I still haven't quit doing it yet, so I can't totally completely give him that, you know, acknowledgement that he's right about it. But something could happen that helps us, you know, in the future. I don't have to stop yet, because I mean, thank God my house is paid off. My son contributes all of his money into my bank account because I gave him a freaking, you know, 2017 Lexus ES 350, and he's already guaranteed locked into inheriting my paid off house. So that my son and my house is paid off is why I'm able to continue to. So far I haven't had to go get a W-2 yet, but and then this whole, you know, thing about the, you know, the shit not being sustainable is like, people that have a good freaking reason to be doing it for a full-time job like me don't want to hear that shit, you know. And I've explained this before. I go to my mom's for the summer, 3 or 4 months every summer. My mom's gonna be 80 in December. She's my only parent, and if I was still doing pest control, I'd be able to see her like 1 week out of the year, maybe. Probably not even every year. And now I get to hang out with her and her boyfriend, go fishing with her boyfriend, and go with them to their cabin. And we got a cabin up in the freaking mountains, right on the lake, right on Swift Reservoir. So I have a totally like more of a reason than most people, I think, to try to continue to do gig work for my full-time income, and not if I get a regular job, that's gonna screw me. I'm no longer a snowbird. If you haven't heard that term snowbird, it's usually old retirees, and they have a house here in Arizona, and then they have a house in Minnesota or Oregon or Washington, you know. And they get out of the shitty snowy cold to come here in the winter, and then they get the hell out of here before it hits 110 degrees in the summer. So it's been awesome. I've been doing it for like 6 or 7 years now. Since I quit my pest control job, I've been able to leave. I think it started with just a couple months, and then it turned into 3 months, and then it's probably going to be at least 4 months this year, because it could be my last one. I just called my mom this morning. I told her that it might be my last trip up, and she's like, "What? Like, haven't you been following?" I know she's a subscriber. Okay, I'll be able to check the comments now. I'm back at the Walmart. They gave me a 12:05 pickup, the last one. So now I'm totally not gonna be in line unless I get a shop. The last order I picked up, that all the spaces were full. I had to wait a minute to be able to pull into one of the spaces, so it's busy. Somebody's asking who's Pedro. I don't know if that's a joke or not. Why don't I live in Tempe? No way would I live there. Bigfoot's the first one to check in. He has his head in the sand. He doesn't, he knows that it's an issue. He just, it's either his politics or maybe he's, you know, people want, I've never given a crap about immigration until now that it's affecting my pay. So I never cared before in my life. Rob says he's not gonna talk bad about the companies they pay his bills. Chicago to Vegas is asking me what I think Pedro makes on YouTube. He makes a lot more than me, even with my latest higher payouts. He's making way more than me, but I know he's not making millions. People always inflate what they think the YouTubers make. That's why I show my YouTube pay. So I don't see anybody else consistently showing their YouTube pay, but he's got I turned on my channel memberships back in my Washington house is when I it's coming up on that again. So it's been almost a year. I turned on my channel memberships and I still don't have a single channel member. Pedro has a shitload. But it shows them when you go to his page. It shows his. Those are people that are just. It's like giving a super once a month, like just a prepaid super. You know, like you got it for sure. It's in the bag. And I was doing like payday preview videos where I'd show my pay on Sunday, just the apps, and then I quit doing it. I did like 3 or 4 members only videos, and then saw that I didn't have any, but anyway, he has the memberships. He gets a shitload of supers on his lives, and he does sponsorships and shit too. So I would say at least $2 to $3 grand, in between $2 and $3 grand a month, which would not be. I would think that wouldn't be he'd also be wanting to make some money on the gig apps too. But I've heard him say he does other shit, like he owns some vending machines. So I mean, and I think he has a baby's mama or a wife. Or hey, friend Dash. Roy is joking. Most people don't care if it doesn't affect them. Yep, it's true. Yeah, there's a Circle K near downtown Chandler where they've had the immigrant workers stand there and get picked up for labor jobs. That's happened for years. Like since I've lived in Arizona. I moved here in 2000. Nomadic gig econ mom is in the house watching. I still watch some of his videos. Pedro's videos. The last one I watched was I watched the one that he had my picture on and he tagged me in it. So of course I watched that one, but the previous one I watched was a clickbait video where he said that he was deactivated and he really wasn't. And he used April Fool's Day as an excuse to do a clickbait, but he's done those before. He throws in those clickbaiters every like month or so. He'll do a clickbait video. I disagree with doing that. I like to just keep it totally truthful. No, Dashing Trader like blasted me. I was a big fan of Dashing Trader Kaylee until he blasted the shit out of me for talking shit on Pedro. Actually, he also did Dashing Trader did a short with me, like took my words out of context and put them all together. It was during one of my drunken lives, and had my face looking as stupid as possible on this short, and to play me like, and having me every time I mentioned something negative about Pedro, it was all in. It looked like I had did a video just blasting the shit out of Pedro, and it wasn't. It was just out of context shit, and I almost reported it for a copyright infringement and just decided not to. I don't want anybody doing false ones on me. So, but yeah, I quit watching his because of that. That's probably why I've only got 60 people watching, if he's doing a live too. What money? The money that I got from that loan? No, I'm only if it kicks royal ass. I've got some of it invested. It's only up like $400. I'm not gonna. Something outstanding happens with that money, then I'll show what happens. Cool. Thanks for timing these people out, Fran. I'm not noticing any of it. You're catching them before I even see them. It's Kino says he thinks Pedro works 20 hours a week, maybe a little more. Yeah, I agree. I That's probably a good estimate. That's what I would like to do that, and I've kind of been getting closer to that lately, but I'm not intentionally, and my YouTube pay is not covering the amount that I'm making less than I used to, but I'm just getting so sick and tired of the situation that I'm in that I get pissed and give up and call it a day at noon, is what's been happening with me lately. But I've had a better week this week, but I didn't take any days off, so it's under 1,000 still. But I beat last week's total, so I think by a couple hundred if I'm guessing right. But I've only done 4 today. Three of them were pretty good, and one was shitty. But that first one there's an incentive on that $16, and that was only a double too. So do I. Econ mom, I agree. It's for the Grubhub for sure. It was because I hadn't completed an order, however many months. I'm getting orders, and they're all from different stores right now. I explained it in the video, Gig Adventures. Aren't you watching? No, I don't like doing Uber. I don't think Uber Eats ever surges. I've never seen it Uber Eats surge, and I don't do rides, Josh. Gig Ekong mom says Grubhub is her best one. Crazy. It was never that good for me. I don't even care that they turned it off. People are telling me, giving me advice on how to get back on, and I'm not going to try because I wasn't able to do any orders anyway because the shit that's going on has fucked those over. I've already said that previously, that the scammers have completely ruined those restaurant apps. For right now, the Walmart and Roadie are like the two that I can still do and make decent money, get profitable orders still. What's it called? Fucking GoPuff sucks. It's way too long. Their deliveries are way too long. Miles are way too much. They don't batch them very well. They give you the three, a triple or a double, and they're all spread apart. It's stupid. Like they don't want to wait and put them near each other. They just fucking put them right out. And so GoPuff packs the miles on your car. It's Kino. You wanted to get the free college from Uber. Yeah, I remember when they were doing that. Because ASU has like giant high-rises buildings that are just a huge pain in the ass to bring up cases of water, and using the elevator, and just no way. I wouldn't do it. No way I would do Spark in Tempe. And I'd rather just work by my house. I delivered to one of my neighbors today. Courtney says Spark and Instacart are the only. I heard that Instacart has the bots too. It's hard to grab the good order. Rob doesn't have GoPuff or Roadie in his area. DoorDash, Uber, or Grubhub. And Spark. At least you have Spark. No, I haven't seen John Oliver's. OG Kevo's watching. Woohoo! I haven't seen him attend one of my lives in a while. How's OG Kevo's channel doing? Oh, I also wanted to bring up the what's it called? TuneIn TV. TuneIn TV got told by Walmart that he's banned from all Walmarts and he'll be charged with trespassing. And then the next day, Kevo's usually at work when I do the lives. The next day, so you got a regular job? Good. Fuck, I can't believe you have a regular job and you're that pissed about the scammers. That's great. I want to see what OG Kevo's his channel's doing. 539 subscribers. That video is up to 14,000 views. Subscribe to OG Kevo in case he keeps going. So did you just get a job recently? That might be what I have to do. So if I get a job, I'm just gonna keep the channel going and do gig work on my days off. And then I can report. I'll show my fucking W-2 paychecks. Just keep showing the fucking pay no matter where it's coming from. So didn't burn a single bit of gas. I walked across the street to the Walmart or wherever I work. Somebody put unsubscribe. Yeah, I'm not getting any deliveries. Surprised there's not any shops coming through because the last time I picked up an order, all the spaces were full. Franny, finally somebody tosses a super. Franny with the 2 spot. That's gonna get Fran's channel promoted. Let me see if I can find Franny. Franny's got 389. Franny is a ride-along channel. So I've had people demand I do more ride-alongs. Fran-PHX. Get those subscribers to higher than the 389. I want to see that at 400. After I end this live, I'm going to check Franny's channel, and I want it to be at 400. Kaylee just hooked it up, the 20 spot. Do you want your channel promoted too, Kaylee? Do you still do videos? I might not be subscribed to you. Let me see. Okay, that's gonna fucking help me. My pay has my YouTube pay has drastically gone down lately. I'll show you. Cayle. Money. Can't fucking find it. I can't click on it. It's not even coming up. Oh, there it is. 371 subscribers. Shit, I haven't subbed. I haven't subbed to you. I'm gonna sub. There, I did it. You have the money to pay off your car? Yeah, Mike, I don't do rideshare because rideshare is under $1 a mile. I need at least like $1.50 a mile or I just won't do the job. Driving to wealth. Says he wishes he got paid on YouTube. Just doing it for fun right now. That's what I was doing it as kind of like a hobby. And the first 2 years, I didn't even think that I would be able to achieve the requirements. And you just got to keep doing it. If you keep doing it. So you guys check Driving to Wealth. See if that's a worthy channel. How much did you score? Are you willing to tell us how much you got from that dog bite? I got bit by a fucking customer's dog. It tore my jeans. It didn't break my skin or anything. And the customer immediately denied that the dog bit me. Somebody else is asking Kaylee how much she got. Yeah, watch hours is the harder one to achieve. You can kind of bullshit the subscribers. Just get all your friends to subscribe. Promote it on your Facebook or Instagram. But that you can't bullshit the watch hours, the 4,000 watch hours. It took me 3 years. I achieved both of them like within a week. I hit the 1,000 subs, and then the watch hours like 2 days later. Perfect. 60 grand, and then she had to pay the lawyer. So nice. I hope it was fucking at least half. That's awesome. Oh, you had to pay medical bills too. Shit. So yeah, I'll show you my YouTube. And I'm gonna give away the next payout. But I'll show you here an example of how drastically lower it is. My March total is right there, the big number. 846.92. Is that what that is? And then look at my April. My April it's already been a full week in April, and I've only got 66 bucks. So now that's because I was in like a fucking stress depression for a while, and I wasn't doing as many videos, and I wasn't doing the lives, and that viral video is fizzling out now. It's finally not getting any more boosts, and it's only getting like 1,000 views, 500 views a day, or let's see. It was like getting 10,000 views a day for a while, like consistently. Now it's had 1,700 views in the past 48 hours, so it's gone way down to what it was. And I was still making money off that video. Like, I'll show you again what the total from that video is in my next, near the 21st, when I show my YouTube stats and pay. I haven't met Uber Jeep AZ. I was gonna have him do like mechanic work on my car, and I just never hooked up with him. I have his email stored in my one of my email folders. SLI. He loves a girl called Alyssa. So I'm gonna go ahead and shout that out for him, since he put a 5 spot. I'm the best, but he loves a girl called Alyssa. Cool. Is Alyssa watching? Is she gonna be happy that her name got called out? Yeah, Amazon Flex is rough on your vehicle. Kaylee got bit by a wiener dog. That's funny. Las Vegas Life uses a body camera when he does deliveries. That's a good idea. Yeah, this dog, I was bringing two armful of groceries up to this house, and the dog's barking through the security screen door. Loud. There's 2 dogs. And he fucking pops it open like the door wasn't completely latched shut, and comes running out and just bites me right in the fucking hamstring. And tear it was cooler. I had jeans on. If I had shorts, he probably would have broke the skin. But tears my fucking jeans. I'm gonna have to have my mom sew those. I haven't been able to use them because there's a big rip in them. So I'm gonna take those up. My mom's a fucking professional sewer quilter. So I'm gonna have her repair those for me. But pissed me off because I was talking shit to the customer. I was like, "What the fuck, Emma? You goddamn dog just bit me." And he's like, "No, she didn't. No, she didn't." Immediately lied to my face and telling me the dog didn't bite me. Couldn't believe it. I was considering calling 911, but it was my first delivery on a triple, so I didn't do anything because of that. If it would have been my last delivery, I would have done something like to get them in trouble because he was lying, saying it didn't happen right immediately after it happened. Yeah, I got bit when I was pest control guy all the time, like fucking 20 times. I got attacked by dogs. I used to have to spray them in the face with the poison to avoid being fucking attacked. Spray it, it was getting in their mouth and shit. And fucking then the people come back and wonder why their dog was sick. I don't know if I could have sued him because it wasn't a serious injury. Kaylee had to go to the fucking hospital, so. Yeah, I bet the west side is even worse than over here with the scammers. Should be more orders coming soon here. No, I don't know how to use any cameras besides a cell phone. Like, I don't know how to. That's why I don't edit my videos. I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to use a GoPro, or I don't know how to get it on YouTube. Like, so I don't know how to use a dash cam either. Like, how do you get that footage on your move it? Like, I'm not tech enough to use other cameras. I wish I could. I was gonna say one more thing about Pedro is that he's actually a pretty good YouTuber. Like, he's good at it. He's better than me at it. Way better than me at it. I don't edit videos. I don't interview people. He'll do those lives where he's got 6 guys talking, like, so he deserves to make good money on YouTube. He's good at it. He does good. He does those little herbivore events and shit. I would say he's good for the gig industry, except for, how he denies shit that's going on. And then I even though he might have been right about saying that the fucking, gig work's not sustainable, I wouldn't be saying that if I was a gig tuber. I'd be trying to speak positively about the income potential. I don't think that any of the gig apps pay him shit, because he talks shit on them. Says they suck. Says we shouldn't keep doing it. Says we should get something else. A customer got mad that you wouldn't get out of their car. German Shepherd was barking at you in the yard. No, I didn't go to Herbivore because it said I had to pay. So I'm not gonna go to any of that shit unless they invite me, a formal invite. I should be like part of the attraction. They advertise it like, meet your your YouTube gig worker YouTuber stars. And so I looked into going. I could have drove back with my brother and attended it, but it said that I had to pay for tickets and shit. So I don't know who puts that on. I think Rideshare Guy is involved. Rideshare Guy, I've made him money. He's done several articles on me, but he doesn't acknowledge me all as a gig tuber, I guess. That's another thing about Pedro. Like, Pedro fucking accepts me as a relevant fellow gig tuber. If I put a video out that he has an issue with, he'll do a video on it, and that he got me like 25 subscribers off that last. Go watch his latest video and click like on it and comment, because it helps me. It helped me. It boosted my. I woke up and I had 25 more subscribers. And saw that he had tagged me in the video. He didn't even talk a lot about me. He just mentioned that I was getting deactivated on on all the restaurant apps. Chicago rideshare master did a 20-hour Uber challenge and made $480, and it was true. Dash and Simp didn't go either. He didn't go to Curvivore either. Is it always in LA? What was that? Did they have one in Denver once? Or was that something else? It's like, why don't they have one in Phoenix? Phoenix is big city. Do it in Phoenix, then I'll go pay the $5 or whatever it was. I might get a job picking up dog shit also. Soul revealing. That would be an easy job, and especially if they let you keep the company truck at your house, so you could just drive straight to the first job. If I like, should I? Let's talk about the title of the video. Like, was Pedro right all along? And I don't think that I shouldn't have quit my pest control job. I think I should have. I still think I should have quit the pest control job and done gig work full time for these 7 years. This is the 15th is my 7-year anniversary of quitting my pest control job. And I've got to do a bunch of shit that I wouldn't have, it's enhanced my life with the summer trips and just not having to do work if I don't want to, and just my peace of mind knowing that there's no boss looking over my shoulder. And so even if I have to go back to a regular job, I'm gonna say it was still worth it, and it was the right decision. I hated the pest control job, and I was starting to hate my boss and clash with the boss and the office ladies. Young says you can make $200 a day on DoorDash. Bullshit. Not here, you can't. It takes like an hour to get a fucking acceptable $6 order. There's no way you could do 200 in a day. The event in Denver was GigCon. It's different. Curvivore has been in LA for the past 2 or 3 years. Yeah, I know it's at least 2. I've seen it twice. Seen it happen twice. Might be 3. GigCon is something else, huh? Maybe I'll get invited to that. I checked out that GigCon, and you could get a discounted room right in the hotel where it's at, where the event was held. I haven't seen that video, Gig Workers for Trump. I haven't seen the Spark mandate on Walmart stored. Nope, don't know anything about it. Franny's doing some good moderating. Trevor's deliveries did 624 hours. Just DoorDash? Or is it Uber Eats also? I know he does both. Trevor's deliveries doesn't show his real numbers. He shows a calculator. So how do you know it's true? That's not true here. They don't check IDs. The last time I went to pick up, there was like 7 scammers and 3 legit drivers picking up. The last order I just delivered. Spark Vet driver legal. His store has been IDing. Said all the scammers are gone. I don't want to call them Vinnies. I think that offends people. That guy, the tune-in TV he got fucking. I kind of like want to acknowledge Walmart, that Walmart, they should have fucking deactivated me for exposing them, but they didn't, because they shouldn't. Should I take this? It's a triple. The last orders, I had to wait 30 minutes. Let me see if there's people in the pickup. $14.92 for 3.8. Says they're all small orders. 2 houses and an apartment. I'm seeing 1 yes. 3 stops. 4 stop. 1 stop is the Walmart. I took it. I took it because it's fucking... It's local. It's really short. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. So I got like 10 minutes to talk. Or more than 10. If you're desperate, yep. Sometimes I can't resist those short miles ones. Because I'll decline that and they'll give me a fucking, a 12-mile one. The 12-mile one's really 20 because you have to get back. If you need cig money, I don't smoke. Lakeland, Florida. Yep, there's when I usually have to end the live because all the trolls are... I got 73 watching, but there's probably 20 of them are probably trolls. No, I'm not going to try to get Grubhub back because I couldn't get any doable orders anyway. So I'm not going to... If I hear that it's, that the restaurant apps get better, then I might try to get back on some of those, but I'm not going to waste my time because I'll get kicked back off for not doing any deliveries. Yeah, that's why I took the order, Kino. Because sometimes they don't show me anymore. There's so many fucking drivers. A lot of times you only see one. Okay, Fran, that's another reason I should probably shut the live down. No, I think you're the only moderator. I need to make some more moderators. I just have to know that I trust them, because they could be fucking... Kaylee's here. I don't know how to set that. I've looked for it. I thought it was on subscriber only. I've been staying away from Jolie's. I was drinking too much. My brother came and visited and forced me to drink a couple days too. And I gotta cut back on that shit. Franny's still timing people out even though she's leaving. Okay, so 78 people watching. See you later, Franny. Did you guys subscribe to Franny? What were you at? 389? Let's see if anybody did it. Only one. 390. Get that up to 400. She's got to get to 1,000 so she can make money. If you like ride-alongs, subscribe to Fran Dash. Spark. I'm using Spark. I'm going to do this cheap-ass order. So, Rob's already subbed to Franny. So I was saying Walmart I got to give them credit for not deactivating me, because I exposed the shit out of them, showed how bad it can be for allowing scammers on the app. Those orders sitting in the parking lot, and they still didn't. The fucking digital manager, I talked to a guy from Spark and had like a little short meeting with a guy from Spark that was here at this store for some other reason, and asked if he asked the digital manager if I was around, and they still didn't deactivate me. And that TuneIn TV got deactivated, I think, because he was saying he was gonna like kick their asses and shit. He did a video where he wasn't serious, but he was like doing a threatening video, and then the cops showed up to the Walmart and like accused him of punching people and then taking off. Pretty sure he didn't do that, but I think that Fran's still here. Thought you were leaving, Franny, you liar. Today they changed my incentives to I have to do 6 or 8. So I'm probably not going to hit the incentive today. And it's still only curbside, and I did a shop earlier, so I've only done, coming up will be my fourth curbside. And if they're this cheap, I'm probably going to want to quit. My last one was pretty good. It's $22 or $32, and you have to do 6 or 8. And I was loving their previous incentives were do 3 or 4, and I was loving that because I would just do the 4 and quit. I gotta do my own moderating now. Probably in October is when I'll decide. Brady. You got over 800 what? Dollars? Kaylee just got a shop, so now she's not going to be able to moderate. Somebody said bye. So I guess only time will tell if this shit's, sustainable. Gig work is sustainable. Make about $100 a day now. Used to be 3. Okay. Karen Kaufman has caused the live to end. So I guess these shouldn't go more than an hour. Kaylee timed her out, but I get so tired of these fucking trolls chiming in towards whenever it gets past like 30-40 minutes. Yeah, Rob, I only do those when I'm drinking, but I'll do more. I like those. I set my record supers on a drunken live. Probably because my inhibitions were down and I was willing to ask for the supers. And I was like, hey, if you give me a super, I'll take a shot. So yeah, Rob, for sure, I'm gonna end up doing those again. Because I don't stay up that late, except if I'm keyed up on some booze, then I will stay up later. I know I'm not gonna work the next day, So, but I got 10 minutes till I gotta pick up this order, and the trolls are just hitting it pretty hard right now. So I think I covered the subject matter. I wanted to answer back on the Pedro video. Thanks to Pedro for tagging me and mentioning me in another video, because it gained me more. He's now got me like about 1,500 subscribers in total. So I don't think he's doing it because he wants to be buddies or anything, but still he still has gotten me. He moved my subscribers from 1,000 to 2,000. Him and Rideshare Professor, back when the DoorDash ripped me off. So just wanted to fucking mention that before I close it out. So all right, I'm gonna check in with you soon. The payday video is probably gonna be on Thursday, so I can show the roadie too. But I'm not sure if I might do it on Wednesday. Never know. So all right, talk to you guys soon. Later.